Hi there, my name is Connie. I'm a CVT here at DLEAH, and today I'm going to talk to you about some of the different blood tubes that we carry here in hospital. So first I'm going to talk about what is commonly called purple top tube. It is the EDTA tube, that is the anticoagulant that is contained in this tube. Purple tops are really good for your CBCs. The EDTA doesn't interfere with the cell morphology, so it's really good for being able to look at the shape and size of your different red blood cells and white blood cells. Something important with these is it is a liquid EDTA that is in here. These are both the same tube but different sizes. So you should take note of where your fill line is and make sure that you have enough blood in there. Not too much blood on this one. You need at least 0.5 mils. Otherwise, it's the incorrect ratio to blood to anticoagulant. Next, I'm going to talk to you about our green top tube or heparinized tube. It does come in a larger size, but we don't carry it here. We just don't run into too much need for it. The interesting thing about the heparinized tube is that the anticoagulant in this tube is contained in this little donut, so that is nice that it won't dilute your blood sample, but you still need to make sure that you take into account the amount of blood that you enter into each tube, so the ratio is still correct. Green top tube is most commonly used for our chemistries. There's a couple options. You can use the heparinized whole blood, or you can spin it down and get your heparinized plasma, and we will use that for our different chemistry values. We don't use the EDTA for that because that anticoagulant can interfere with the chemistry values in the blood, giving us false highs or lows. Next, I have our citrate tubes. Again, we stock both sizes. These are used to collect samples for our coagulation tests. Normally we are sending them out to an outside lab. These are especially important to get the correct amount of blood in. You need to fill the tube completely, otherwise you're going to get a false coagulation time on those. Next, I have here our serum separator tube. I feel like this tube has gone through many different names. It used to have a different lid, so it was called the tiger top tube. This tube does not have an anticoagulant in it. We want our blood to clot. We have gel at the base of the tube that will, once spun down, help separate the fluid from the cells. This is going to get us serum, no anticoagulant. This is used for a variety of tests. Some of the tubes, depending on the lab that you get it from, will also have a clot activator, either in the gel or in the tube, but it is the only tube that we can get serum from. And then lastly, I have our white top tube. This is just a clean tube. There's no clot activators, there's no anticoagulants in it. You'll most often use this for a urine sample, but you can also, if your test calls for a non-additive, no clot activator serum, you can put the blood in just a no additive tube, let the blood clot, spin that down. You can also, we send swabs out. This is just a nice clean tube with no additives in it. And so those are some of the blood tubes that we carry here at DLEAH. The most important part is knowing what additive or lack of additive is in each tube. Look at your test protocols, know which tube to use for what test.